Hey you guys, my name is Mara Sullivan and welcome to my YouTube channel. In today's video, we're going to be talking about some ways that you can live your dream life, keep going after whatever it is that you want, whether or not people understand you or not, whether or not people believe in you or not, just how to keep going when nobody believes in you except yourself. And right off the bat, I want to tell you that it does not matter. The only person who needs to believe in you is you. Everything, your entire life is 100% up to you, and you have to take responsibility for your life. Because at the end of the day, you cannot look back on your life and say, oh, I didn't do that because they told me I couldn't do it, or because like she told me that, I was too late, or he told me that I didn't have what it takes. Like, no, you have to take responsibility for your life. No one else can live it but you. People might be able to throw their opinions in your face, doesn't matter. It's up to you whether or not you believe them. Like, you can always brush things off your back, brush it off your shoulders and keep it moving. The only person whose opinion that you need, the only person who you need, who you need to believe in you is you. So that is, I can almost end the video right there. Like, you have to believe in whatever it is that you are doing. If you have not seen any of my previous videos, go check those out. I am brand new to YouTube. I make YouTube videos. Basically, my overall theme is helping you to live your dream life regardless of your circumstances, because that is basically the theme of my life. We are not letting, our environment, people in our lives, we're not letting circumstances stop us from living our dream, from making our dreams our reality, from going after what we want, and from living the life that we want, from being the people that we want. And so, if that is your vibe, then you are in the right place. First thing that I want to say is that I love that quote that's like, when God called you, it was not a conference call. So, whatever it is you feel called to do, you're the only person that was on that call. So other people weren't on that call with you. So it's okay if they don't get whatever it is you're trying to do. It's okay if nobody understands you. First of all, you don't need to tell people your dreams. Like, you do not need, unless like you're in a situation where, you may be living home and relying on people like for bills because you're trying to pursue your dream and you have people taking care of you. That's kind of, a sticky situation, because you have to, they're probably looking at you like you got to provide for yourself. And especially if you are pursuing something in the artistic field, there's that like stereotypical like starving artist lifestyle. And so you have to do whatever it is that you need to do to get out of that kind of situation, if that is where you are. But other than that, nobody needs to know what it is you're doing. Like, they don't need to know. And you don't have to keep telling people, because a lot of times people are just going to project onto you their own fears. They're going to project onto you their own beliefs. They're going to project onto you, the dreams that they had that didn't, manifest, that didn't end up working. And so you really do have to move in silence a lot of times when you are pursuing something, especially things that are abnormal, things that go against the grain, things that are not, in the traditional society box of going to college and getting the job and climbing the corporate ladder and, getting the 2.5 kids and the white picket fence and just that like American dream, like stereotype societal norm. Anything you're not doing that goes against that is going to always be looked at as weird or abnormal. And I think that, as a society, we're moving into, that kind of archetype being gone anyway. Like, it's kind of dissolving as technology advances and new like jobs, emerge, and working from home becomes more normal, and being able to do this and make money from it becomes more normal. Like, society is changing, but for the most part we still have, societal norms, and anything that goes against that, especially if you have people in your life like your parents, siblings, mentors, teachers, who still only have that like narrow minded view of like school, job, house, kids, that like very, checking the boxes of your life and what your life is supposed to look like. Anything that's different from that is always going to be viewed as abnormal. And like I said, unless you have to answer to those people, um, if you are relying on them for like a living or for support and things like that, um, unless you're in that situation, you don't have to tell anyone anything. You can do what you want to do. You can move in silence. You can keep your business to yourself and they'll figure it out once it happens. One thing is always for sure, people might not believe in you and they might call you crazy in the beginning or when you're just starting out. But once you make it, every successful person will tell you this. Once you make it, them same people will always turn right back around and be the first ones congratulating you and telling you, I knew you could do it. And like it's so stupid, but we've all seen it happen. We all know that's how it works. Like the most over the top craziest dream people who were have been the biggest inventors and the biggest game changers, and who have made the biggest differences in society, have all been viewed as crazy and weird and unrealistic and delusional. But I am recording this video on an Apple iPhone because Steve Jobs he didn't care what people said about him. The only reason we have YouTube and all of these online platforms is because people were not scared to go against the grain. They were not scared to be looked at as crazy. They pushed past people who called them crazy, who told them that they were unrealistic, who told them that they would never be able to live their dreams. You have to ignore it because at the end of the day, nobody is going to live your life except for you. You cannot be someone who looks back on your life when you're older and be like, oh, I didn't, pursue that dream because she told me that I, was too old to do that, or he told me that I was too stupid or too dumb or too uneducated to do that. Like, you can't blame other people for why you don't, live your dream, why you don't become successful. You have to take responsibility for your life. And a big part of that is you're going to have to develop thick skin. You're going to have to even experience loneliness because people are not always going to understand you. It just comes with the territory. You can find, you know, virtual friends who are going to support you. You'd be surprised that strangers will 9 times out of 10 support you so much more than people who know you. Because the thing is that a lot of times the people in your immediate circle, the people who really know you, they really do, most of them really do want what's best for you. And so if you're trying to do something that they feel like is not good for you, they're gonna try to, stop you or be like, are you sure you want to do that? Or, might project their limiting beliefs onto you because they really do. They are trying, most of the time, they're just trying to protect you. But you would be surprised how like strangers are going to root you on. You will find people who will support you and who are going to support your dreams along the way. But at the end of the day, nobody else's opinion, nobody else's beliefs about you matter except for you. Like your beliefs about yourself is the only thing that matters. Something else that's also really going to help you is just developing the mindset of the person who already has the life that you want. I know that we hear this all the time, and it is living in the end result. And so, whatever it is that you are trying to reach, think about the end result of that. Wherever it is you're trying to get to, what does that look like? Like, what is your end result? Once you get the thing that you want and do the thing and become the person that you're trying to be, live in that and like develop the mindset of the person who is already living that life, who has already done those things. How are you feeling like once it already happens? All of this, is pretty common if you are a person of faith, if you are in the manifestation community, like if whatever your beliefs are, these are things that you probably hear all the time. You have to live as if you are, or at least start thinking as the person who already has the life that you want, the thing that you want, whatever it is that you're trying to do, because it's going to help your brain to to try to make that happen by any means necessary. And so mindset is everything. I do not care what the outside looks like. I don't care what, your physical world looks like. If you can picture something in your imagination, as cheesy as it sounds, if it's real in here, that is all that matters. If it's real up here, it's gonna eventually be real in your real world anyway. And so you have to be persistent in your mindset. You do have to be, delusional. Like, don't be scared to be unrealistic. Don't be scared to live in your imagination. Don't be scared to, dream and to daydream and to, like I said, just use your imagination. Be like a kid again and pretend that, you are whatever it is that you want to be. It is okay to do that. And it actually is not, it ends up not being delusional. It ends up not being unrealistic because 9 times out of 10, that is going to end up being your reality. And so it's kind of like having to fake it till you make it. Like, you know what you can be, you know what you're capable of doing, and you can't let anybody's opinion or anyone tell you otherwise. I don't care how many no's you get, I don't care how many times you fail, which we all know failure isn't really real anyway. Either you want it or you don't. At the end of the day, again, everything is up to you. Regardless of people's opinions, it does not matter whether or not people believe in you or not. I promise you, every successful person is going to tell you at least one person showed up along the way that gave them a yes. I don't care how many no's you get, one yes is all you need to change your entire life. You can get 5 billion no's. I don't care how many doors you have to knock on, how many doors you get slammed in your face. The one door that opens, if you just get one, like, it will change your entire life. You have to keep going. It is 100% up to you. Nobody else can, like I said, see that vision but you. Nobody else was on that conference call but you. Nobody else was on that call but you. It was not a conference call. So you have to make the decision to keep going. Also, another one of my favorite quotes, I heard from a YouTuber, Haley. I believe Haley Gamba is her name. She's like huge YouTuber, but she has this quote that's like, when she was pursuing YouTube, she said that she was not trying to prove people wrong. She was trying to prove herself right. And so at the end of the day, like I said, everything comes down to you. I don't care what way you slice it. I don't care, which way you try to go about pursuing your dreams. It is all up to you. Don't worry about proving people wrong. They do not matter. Worry about proving yourself right. And that takes confidence. It takes, your mindset shift, living as if you are already the person that you are trying to be. There's like no separation between you and the successful version of you. Take the distance out of that and be the person who already has what you want. I know that it's easier said than done, but it really is a mindset. Like, everything is all about mindset. And so if you can convince yourself every single day, I don't care how many times you have to tell yourself, I am that, whatever, insert whatever blank you're trying to be. I am that model, I am that content creator, I am that singer, that musician, like, whatever it is you're trying to be. Wake up and tell yourself that every single day. I don't care if on the outside the opposite is happening. It doesn't matter, because as long as you know that you are that person in your mind, nobody else can tell you otherwise. Like, anything that happens is just like, oh, that's funny, or that's not for me. Like, it doesn't. You don't have to accept bad things. You don't have to accept negativity. You don't have to accept anything that goes against what you know for yourself to be true. It's all about you. So don't try to prove other people wrong. Focus on proving yourself right. You owe that to yourself, and I promise you it'll pay off. Another super famous quote, if you guys are Ed Milet fans, he's like the motivational guru, like, extraordinaire. I love Ed Milet. He has that other super famous quote that confidence is built by keeping the promises you make to yourself. So again, it all comes back to you, babe. Like, I don't care which way you slice it. People do not matter. The only person in this game of success, in this game of pursuing dreams, who matters is you. Is you. Be the main character. You are the main character in your story, in your movie. It is not unrealistic. Like, we all do know way too many people who have become successful and went against the grain and who were told that they were crazy, but they bet on themselves. At the end of the day, anyone who is successful, whoever your favorite artist is, whoever your favorite, you know, athlete, pop star, musician, influencer, like whoever they are, whoever it is that you're looking up to, author, um, even if it's more traditional, whoever your favorite doctor, lawyer, surgeon, like whatever successful person that you are looking up to was told no at some point. And so they had to develop the confidence and the thick skin and the backbone to be like, I don't care what you say. I'm going to be that person. I know what I'm capable of, and no one is going to tell me otherwise. You have to get that mindset that, like, I don't care if you have to get some ego, get that Kanye in you, you know? Like, I am the greatest. Like Muhammad Ali, I always use his life as an example because he said he was the greatest before other people were saying that about him. Athletes do it all the time. You have to tell yourself how great you are. I don't care if you believe it or not. If you have a dream, you might not always believe it every day, especially if, like I said, it seems like the opposite is happening of what you want to happen. You still have to believe it. Like, again, be delusional when you have to, because it's more realistic than you think. Like, it's actually not impossible. We all know way too many successful people who we watch on TV, see on Instagram, go to the movies to see. Like, those people are no different than you. They just chose to believe in themselves. And yes, they might have some privilege, they might have some opportunities, but like so do you. You know, figure out how to use your life and your life circumstances to your advantage as well. And we all know the rags there. Everyone has like a rags to riches story. There's so many billions of people out there who have become successful regardless of their circumstances. And so just read success stories, find out about people's lives, and use that as motivation for yourself. You do not need other people, like, to validate you and to praise you and to even support you all the time. Like, you really don't. And most of the time those people will come along, like, you'll have at least one of those people on your side, and that's all you really need, you know. And sometimes you will just have yourself, but you have to be confident enough to be like, I don't care what you say. I know what I'm capable of, and I know I'm the greatest, and I know I can do it. Get some Elle Woods energy, get some Sharpay Evans energy, and like step it up. Develop an alter ego if you need to. I say that in almost all of my videos. Like, whatever it is you need to do to believe in yourself, figure out what you need to do that, and get going. Like, other people's opinions genuinely do not matter. Last thing I'm going to say is to know your why. Whatever it is that you're trying to do, whoever it is you're trying to be, please get as clear as possible why you want to do that, why you want to be that person. What is it that you're trying to get out of becoming successful, of accomplishing that goal? Because that is what is going to keep you going. Not just, proving whatever it is you need to prove to yourself is going to help you to keep going as well, but also knowing your why. What is the end result? Are you trying to help people? Are you trying to become wealthy? Are you trying to break generational curses? Are you trying to, leave behind a legacy? Like, what is it that you are trying to do? What is your why? Because that is the only thing that's going to keep you going. Do you just genuinely need to get whatever, you have greatness in you and you need to get it out? Sometimes it's just that simple, you know? And you can do it. At the end of the day, again, it's all up to you, but you have to figure out your why, because that is going to be the thing that when you experience failure, or if you get rejected, and when you have people telling you that you're weird or it's not going to work, and just, trying to um, project their limiting beliefs on you. And when you get down and get discouraged, the number one thing that's going to pick you back up is knowing your why. Having a really, really strong reason as to why you know you need to do whatever it is that you are trying to do and why you're trying to be the person that you are trying to be. That is all I have for this video, you guys. I hope that you got at least one takeaway. Please comment down below any things that have or are helping you to keep pushing, keep pursuing your dreams, even if no one else believes in you. Comment those down below so that we can share with each other. Check me out on Instagram. My Instagram is at Thoughts by Mara. I also have a podcast called Thoughts by Mara. If you have not seen any of my other videos, go check those out as well. If you like this video, then comment, like, and subscribe to the channel. I will be making as many videos as I can for you guys and for myself, because my main goal with this channel is to definitely get more confident speaking in front of the camera. Like I said, I am brand new to YouTube and I'm having so much fun with it so far. Also, if you have a small channel or a new channel, comment that down below as well, because like I said, I'm brand new to this platform and I would love to support other creators as well. I love you guys and I will see you guys in my next one. Bye.